Tonight, the truth about what's really happening in Los Angeles and why Democrats are desperate for you not to see it. Federal immigration raids in Los Angeles triggered massive protests last week, but what started as demonstrations quickly spiraled into something else entirely. We saw it with our own eyes. Fires, looting, attacks on police, federal agents hospitalized, and streets blocked with debris. But according to Democratic leaders, no violence. Some even called it exuberance. Listen to what Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who flat out denied what millions have seen on video, had to say about it.
And even those who were out of step with what we are advocating, peaceful protest, did not create any violence. Nobody was shot, nobody was killed. Get it in your head. And so, when martial law is called, what are you going to say? I missed the point. Don't miss the point, you all. Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was
no
on the
violence.
Street.
I don't know what you call this on the right here.
And I went from downtown detention back out into the community, talking to people what happened in Paramount, what happened in Compton, what happened in Inglewood. So, first of all, get it straight.
I mean, this is horrible.
And don't just rely on what you're being told or the few incidents that you saw.
Absolutely ridiculous. It wasn't just a few incidents, Maxine Waters. Rioters torched police cruisers, they threw scooters off overpasses, and trapped California Highway Patrol officers, even stood on top of demolished vehicles while holding foreign flags. I mean, you see the video right here. Look at this guy. Oh yeah, just let it burn while they stand there. I mean, imagine rioting in a country that you broke into and then waving the flag of the country you escaped while trying to burn the flag of the country that you're begging to stay in. It's just crazy. Meanwhile, Speaker Nancy Pelosi had this to say about all of this.
There is a gathering, a large gathering of people. The anarchists see it as an opportunity and they move in. So always have to be careful whether you see a burned car or broken window or whatever it is. It may be the exuberance of the moment, but it may be
of the moment. That's what Nancy Pelosi calls this.
There is a gathering, a large...
That's not what it looks like to the small business owners who have been looted and who have lost nearly everything because of what these rioters are doing, and officers who ended up in the hospital, by the way. Now, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, she has eventually declared a local emergency and issued a curfew from 8 p.m. until 6 p.m. to stop the vandalism, or at least try to. Listen to what she said earlier.
Looting. Many businesses have now been affected by or vandalized. Last night, there were 23 businesses that were looted. And I think that if you drive through downtown LA, the graffiti is everywhere and has caused significant damages to businesses and a number of properties.
I'm glad they're finally admitting,
so my
though,
message to you is, if you do not live or work in downtown LA, avoid the area. Law enforcement will arrest individuals who break the curfew, and you will be prosecuted.
Curfew, but apparently
hundreds
not
of
if you
officers
do
from looting.
It's just bonkers. Even as the city scrambled to contain the chaos, Democrats were attacking President Trump for sending in help. Trump authorized National Guard troops, and Democrats called it tyranny. And new reporting shows that Trump did call Governor Gavin Newsom to try and help him get it under control, but Newsom lied and said he didn't get a call from Trump. Let's look at the back and forth. So you see this tweet here where someone says, "When is the last time you spoke with Governor Newsom?" And the president said, "A day ago." Well, Newsom replied saying there was no call, not even a voicemail, and said Americans should be alarmed that a president deploying Marines onto our streets doesn't even know who he's talking to. Well, Trump fired back. He told John Roberts, while he was aboard Air Force One, the president, that the first call was not picked up. The second call, Gavin picked up. We spoke for 16 minutes. I told him to essentially get his blanking gear and stop the riots, which were out of control. More than anything else, this shows what a liar he is. Said I never called. Here's the evidence. And so get this, folks. Trump even provided a screenshot of the call log, because that's kind of funny. And since that evidence came out, not a word from Newsom's office. So let's call this what it is. These leaders lie, then gaslight you when you call them out on it. And here's what they still don't get. And this is why the Democratic Party is losing Gen Z. We're not just sitting around waiting for network news to tell us what to think. We're on social media. We're watching this unfold in real time. We see the raw footage. We hear from the people on the ground. And then we're told by career politicians to ignore our eyes. Don't believe what we're seeing and just go along with it. We're told it's passion, it's exuberance. We're told it never happened. And frankly, we're tired of being treated like fools. Democrats think they can win by controlling the narrative, but I've got news for them. The narrative has left the station. We're not interested in being spoon-fed these talking points by Democrats while our cities burn and our officers are getting attacked. We want leaders who tell us the truth, who defend public safety, and who don't try and silence us when the facts get inconvenient for their narrative. If they think this strategy is going to continue to work, they're in for a rude awakening. People are watching. We're paying attention. America is listening, and so is my generation. So we won't forget this. I don't know what they're doing right now. The Democrats are supporting this in large numbers. I mean, sure, there's a few who've condemned it, and I applaud them, but overwhelmingly, it's like they're okay with this stuff. It's absolutely bonkers. What do you think about this? Do you think what we're seeing is isolated and that we should not pay attention to these few images, or do you think that this is a huge problem that needs to get under control? More importantly, this is about ICE rounding up illegal immigrants who the country overwhelmingly voted in support of doing. So I don't understand why everybody's pushing back to this. I mean, certainly it's Los Angeles and you would expect that, but overwhelmingly this is what people wanted. And we're seeing it play out, and now people are going crazy, and Democrats don't seem to want any help controlling the mess that they've created. I mean, again, a lot of these Democrats were in support of these illegal immigrants coming here, so you can't really, be surprised and stunned that there's now these big problems in their streets. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow along on Instagram, on X, on TikTok, as well as Facebook. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you again soon.